Hello and welcome hardworking aspirants. Today we are going to discuss about Indian languages, and if you are following the current trends and you're following the current affairs, you must have heard that there is tussle between the union government and the state governments for this languages. Okay, they want their own regional language or the state language to be there. There's a tussle between Hindi and other state languages. Then we'll also discuss what is it about national language. Is there any national language in India? Or what is this official language that we talk about? What is the difference between national language and official language? And along with all these things, we'll also be talking about new education policy, where they're talking about this three language policy. What is this three language policy? We'll be seeing all that. We'll be also seeing the history and also the polity a bit of languages, which is very important for you. This obviously you must remember if you have done the Indus Valley Civilization classes that we have done together. So very sadly still it has not yet been deciphered. We are still thinking. I think with AI at least this can be solved. We should use AI for this. But nonetheless, a quick info for all of you. Main Sensor Writing Foundational Bootcamp 2025 is live now. We're going to get the live classes, study material, test with evaluation, analysis and feedback. And the most important thing that you're going to get here is, guys, 30 power packed live session at a very petty price. Okay, a price which cannot afford you even big size pizza is giving you something which is really very valuable. So if you are interested, you can call on the numbers given below, and the link is also in the description, so you can go from there too. We're also running the batches for UPSC CSE 2026-27. For that too, right now we are having huge discount. You can call on the numbers given below and inquire for more. Let's get started with our Indian languages. Now, we have the diversity of languages, as you all must know, but the first and foremost thing you must understand why we care a lot for our languages, okay, or why do we care a lot for our mother tongue. It is joined with the name of your mother tongue, that language which you start speaking when you're just born. After being born, that is the first language you hear, that is the first language you speak, and that is somewhere the other rooted in you. Okay, and that is why that there is that love. Whenever someone say if a southern state someone talks about, Tamil is a great language, or Kannada is a great language, or Telugu, so you must respect it. And if someone from North India talks about that, Bengali is a great language, or Marathi is a great language, or Hindi or Bhojpuri, you must respect that, because as we respect each other's parents, each other's mothers, okay, we should be respecting the languages too. That is how deeply that connection is there. That is, you should not be agitated with that. Anyways, according to People's Linguistic Survey of India, India has the second highest number of languages. This might be a fact to remember, after Papua New Guinea. Okay, the antholog, this means the studies which are done on languages, lower number of 456 living languages in India. That's what they are talking about, living languages. Now what about living languages? What does it mean? It means that there were some languages which are now not present, okay, because nobody is following them, nobody is using them. The census of India 2001 recorded 122 major languages and 1599 other languages. Okay, now the classification of Indian language, this is very important. The question gets asked from here. So we have one Indo-Aryan family. What about the Indo-Aryan family? It is represented by Sanskrit, also includes Pali and Prakrit. Okay, Jainism and Buddhism, you must remember, includes Hindi, Bengali, Marathi, Gujarati, Punjabi, Sindhi, and so on and so forth. Then next we have the Dravidian family. Major languages of Dravidian family are Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam, which accounts for 96.16% of the languages. Okay, now please also remember the 25 are spoken in India, and one, that is the Brohi, that is spoken in Balochistan on the Pakistan-Afghanistan border. This might be Fact for concern, Sino-Tibetan family, the Sino-Tibetan family primarily represent its Tibeto-Burman branch accounts for approximately 0.8% of India's population. These languages are spoken mainly in Himalayan regions. Okay, obviously it is Sino-Tibetan, so there will be the Burmese and the Tibetan language and the Indian language confluenced. Then you have the Austro-Asiatic family. This mainly is spoken by the tribal people in India, like the Munda branch mostly in Jharkhand, Odisha and Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so these were the four families that you should remember: the Indo-Aryan family, Dravidian family, Sino-Tibetan family and Austro-Asiatic family. Here you can see with the help of a map it has been tried to represent. If you start from the very top and you go in anti-clockwise, you have Pashto, you have Punjabi, then you have Baluchi. At this time we have tried to show it, the part of Pakistan is also included because they were our part only, that's one thing. And secondly, to give you this description about languages, it was important. Then you have Sindhi over here, you see Gujarati, then you have Marathi. Obviously in Maharashtra you Konkani, very small state which it is Goa. Then you have Kannada here, Malayalam and Sinhala in Sri Lanka. You can see Tamil, Telugu, obviously the parts of Andhra Pradesh and also Telangana, Odia. Then you have Bangla here, Khasi and Garo. Obviously you're talking about Assam, then Mizo, then Meitei, then English. Okay, and then if you go above, you have Assamese, you have Nepali, you have Hindi, you have Kashmiri, and at last at the very top you have Urdu. Okay, so these are few of the languages that we have represented with the help of the map. Now let's see the historical development of Indian languages and script. The very first script which is yet to be deciphered that we know is the Indus Valley Civilization script, not yet deciphered. Let's ask the AI to do that. Vedic Sanskrit and classical period. After the Indus Valley, if you see the history, you have the early Vedic period and the later Vedic period. So which language was there? Sanskrit was very prevalent at that time. After that, if you see, you have the rise of Jainism and Buddhism. So which languages were there? Prakrit and Pali. Prakrit obviously for the Jains and the Pali for the Buddhist. Then after that you see the Brahmi script and its evolution will be seen, and development of regional scripts and languages will also be there. So these are the important historical developments that you can see here. Again you can see the seals, very important seals of Indus Valley Civilization, which not only speaks about the trade or the religion practices, but also talks a lot about the scripts that were being used at that time. But sadly, once again I'll repeat, it has not yet been deciphered. Okay, so Indus Valley Civilization and the early script, what were the places where we found the script? You can see the stamp seals there, this script is there. It is mostly said that this motif was made for the persons who cannot read and write. For them the motif was the representation, and for the persons who can read, this was written there. Then in pottery also, in some of the potteries you will see there is the language deciphered. Then bronze and copper plates also were evident, and also the tools and weapons have this inscribed on them. Okay, now Vedic Sanskrit and classical period, obviously the Vedic Sanskrit is very much known for the Rig Vedas. Along with the Rig Vedas you have the Yajur Veda, Athar Veda and Sam Veda. From there you will see it is build up of the mantras. The mantras come together and they form the Samhita prose and the Brahmana prose, and then together they are known as the Sutras. That is the Vedic Sanskrit evolution through several stages. Okay, for an example you have Susrut Samhita. Now Sanskrit served as the foundation for many modern Indian languages, particularly if you talk about Indo-Aryan family. So we'll see that too. Prakrit and Pali, by the way, with the rise of Buddhism and Jainism, Prakrit and Pali emerged as important languages. Prakrit, it's not a single language, a group of middle Indo-Aryan language that evolved from Sanskrit and were used in everyday communication. Okay, Prakrit was that some language, that's why it was, emphasized by Jainas. Jainas used it. And Pali obviously was used by the Buddhist. The language of early Buddhist texts particularly associated with Theravada Buddhism. So Prakrit and Pali also being the part of Sanskrit. Now the Brahmi script and its evolution. The Brahmi script, which appeared as fully developed writing system in 3rd century before Common Era, marks a crucial point. Why it marks a crucial point? It was an writing system where consonant and vowel sequences are written as units. This is very important point. If you try to remember when you were children and you were studying in school, so A B C D E F G H, you need there was this A E I O U separated, okay, because there were vowels and consonants differently written. Okay, so there this system is there that makes it very specific. It uses a system of diacritical marks to associate vowels with constant symbols written from left to right. Okay, this is also very important. Scripts, some scripts are written from right to left also, and some are written from left to right. Okay, like Urdu, it is written from right to left. It underwent relatively minor evolutionary changes from the Mauryan period to the early Gupta period. Okay, that is something. And please also remember the earliest well-known Brahmi inscription are the rock-cut edicts of Emperor Ashoka. Okay, that is something which you should remember. Okay, this is here you can see the Brahmi script. Development of regional script and languages. What are the regional script and languages? Devanagari, which is used for Hindi, Sanskrit, Marathi and other languages, standardized around the 10th century Common Era. Then you have Bengali Assamese script used for Bengali and Assamese. You have Tamil Brahmi script involved into the modern Tamil script, and the Grantha script used for Sanskrit in South India. Please remember there can be this distinction which you should remember. Devanagari used for Hindi and Sanskrit in northern India it is talking about, but in southern India you have Grantha script, okay, which influenced Malayalam and other southern scripts also. Okay, that is a fact to be remembered. Major linguistic zones, let's see. Kashmir zone, value of Kashmir. Punjabi zone, obviously Punjab and adjoining parts of Haryana. Hindi zone, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. Uttarakhand, Delhi, Bihar, Rajasthan. Bengali zone, West Bengal and parts of Tripura. Assamese zone, Assam and other northeastern states. Odia zone is Odisha. Gujarati zone, obviously Gujarat. Marathi zone, Maharashtra, Goa. Then you have Kannada zone in Karnataka, Telugu zone in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, Tamil zone in Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, and Malayalam zone in Kerala and Lakshadweep. This is divided into 12 major linguistic regions that is there for you to be remembered. So here also in these maps we have tried to represent you the languages of India. Okay, you can see it here, and the South Asian languages families like the Indo-Aryan languages, Indian languages and the Dravidian languages, Austro-Asiatic languages, all we have tried to show you here. If you see Austro-Asiatic languages, only that I am trying to show you. You see only in very limited parts. Why it is? Because it is the language of the tribals, and the tribals are residing only in those parts. So you can use this map to understand. Now let's talk about the thing which we started the class with, Official Language Act of 1963. This came into effect on January 26, 1965. Okay, made provision for the continuation of English as an official language alongside Hindi. So what does it mean? It means the English and Hindi are the official languages according to the Official Language Act of 1963. This act was a response to concerns about imposing Hindi on non-Hindi speaking regions. But now the question is, sir, Hindi is official language. Has it not been imposed? No, it has not been imposed, because Hindi is not the national language. It is not the national language. You should remember that. Only official language for the official purposes. But in the states, the state government can decide itself whether it wants to use Hindi, it wants to use English, it wants to use Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, whatever. Okay, there is no imposition here. Now let's talk about the 8 scheduled languages. The 8th schedule of constitution lists the languages officially which are recognized by the government of India. Okay, and as of 2024 we have 22 languages. Let's see, official 14 languages first were recognized in the year 1950. You should remember this: Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri. Then you have Malayalam, Marathi, Oriya, that is now Odia. Okay, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu and Urdu. Then in 1967 you have the 21st amendment and Sindhi will be added to it. Next, added in 1992 in the 71st amendment is Konkani, Manipuri and Nepali. And then in 2003-2004 in the 92nd amendment, your Bodo, Dogri, Maithili and Santhali added to the list. So right now, as of 2024, how many languages are there? 22 languages, okay, according to the 8th schedule. Please remember that, part of polity but very important. Also the classical languages. So in addition to the scheduled languages, the government of India awards the distinction of classical language. To which languages they will award it? With a rich heritage and independent nature, whatever of the language is. So Tamil declared in 2004, then you have Sanskrit in 2005, Kannada in 2008, Telugu in 2008 and Malayalam in 2013. Odia in 2014, and there are so many other languages also you can see, like Bengali, Prakrit, Pali, Assamese, Malayalam were also given the tag. State official languages, you have the official languages of Tamil Nadu as Tamil, then Karnataka as Kannada, then West Bengal as Bengali, and Goa Konkani and English, with Marathi as second official language. Okay, that you should remember. Role of languages in education, we have just talked about the new education policy. Let's see that also a bit. 3 language formula. This education policy requires students to learn the mother tongue or regional language, that is the most important. Hindi in non-Hindi speaking states or another Indian languages in Hindi speaking states. Okay, and number 3, English or other modern Indian language. This, it's a 3 language formula that they are talking about. Hindi should be taught in the states where Hindi is not spoken, and in the state where Hindi is spoken, those languages should be taught which are official languages of other states. That should be implemented. It should not be only one way around, that you are teaching Hindi in the non-Hindi speaking states but you are not implementing it in the Hindi speaking states. Okay, medium of instruction, then according to the new education policy 2020, what it says, mother tongue or local language as the medium of instruction wherever possible, at least till class 5, preferably till class 8. I say for total education it should be. You see countries which are progressing very well, they try to take only their mother tongue as one language, and then you have the interpreters, you have the translators. You don't need to worry that much that tomorrow I'll go outside, what I will do, how I will work. Today you have artificial intelligence also. Development of high quality textbook in local languages, including for science subject. Bilingual approach to teaching is also required. That is very important in today's time. You also need to have the knowledge of English. Higher education, the policy promotes establishment of strong programs and departments in Indian languages and comparative literature. Use of mother tongue or local language as a medium of instruction in higher education institution. This, if can get implemented, will be added advantage, because you see medical, you see engineering, the children who go from the rural areas, they only know their regional language, they don't know English that much. But these subjects where you are going to study about medical, you are going to study about engineering or any other field, it's mainly in English. That is something of knowledge that some people should take into consideration. Central government, Hindi and English are used for official purpose at the union level. State administration, state conduct their administrative function in their official languages, with many states using both the regional language and English. Judiciary, English remains the primary language. Along with that, there can be the regional languages also. And parliament, business is mostly done in Hindi or English. That is the languages in administration. Now, language endangerment and preservation, we have seen that there are living languages. So what about the dead languages, or which are slowly and gradually are facing the threat of extinction? Okay, so for that what we are doing, scale of endangerment, approximately 42 languages in India are spoken by fewer than 10,000 people. Okay, people and considered endangered. UNESCO had identified these languages as heading toward extinction. So please understand, the languages which are spoken by fewer than 10,000 people are considered to be on the threat of extinction. Geographic distribution of endangered languages: 11 languages from Andaman Nicobar Islands, 7 languages from Manipur, 4 languages from Himachal Pradesh, other from the state including Odisha, Karnataka, Andhra, and so on and so forth. So here are the list total. If you can see, Great Andamanese, then Jarawa, then Lomongs, Luro, Moth, Onge, Pu, Senio, Sentinelese, Sompen, and you have these languages. Number is 11 and state is Andaman and Nicobar Island, and so on and so forth. You can see in West Bengal, one language which is on the facing the threat of extinction, that is Toto. In Meghalaya you have Ruga. Okay, what is being done for the preservation? There is this scheme for protection and preservation of endangered languages of India, that is SPPEL, implemented by the Central Institute of Indian Languages, that is CIIL of Mysore. This works on protection, preservation and documentation of languages spoken by fewer than 10,000 people. In the first phase, 117 endangered languages or mother tongues were chosen for study and documentation on a priority basis. And there are efforts done by UGC, that is the University Grant Commission, to funding support to the state universities for study and research in indigenous and endangered languages in India. Establishment of centers for endangered languages in central universities also. So this is the big, that you can say, scheme for protection and preservation of endangered languages. It might be a good topic that you should take for your current affairs. It can be asked. So with this we have seen, guys, the linguistic diversity of India. It represents one of its greatest cultural assets. So rather than having this tussle between the languages, okay, we should celebrate it, that there are so many languages and we are so enriched. It's part of our nation, and from ancient India's script to modern digital communication, whatever we are having, this is the distinct characteristic and we should cherish it. Let's see a few of the questions. UPSC Prelim 2022 with reference to Indus Valley Civilization. Consider the following statement. It used a standardized system of weight. Okay, its script has been deciphered. No, at least 5 times I have said in this video, it has not yet been deciphered. It had no evidence of religious practices. It had religion, okay, there were the fire altars, and then there was terracotta figurine. So one only is the correct answer. Brahmi script is significant in Indian history because why it is significant? It is the ancestor of most modern Indian script. Okay, so what should be the correct answer? B is the correct answer here. Then let's see the linguistic diversity of India. 1961 census recorded over 1600 mother tongues in India. Okay, Kanchi and Sindhi belong to the Austro-Asiatic languages family. I doubt this. This were the tribals, and Dardic languages are subgroup of Indian European language family. Okay, I think that's correct. So what is the correct answer? 1 and 3 is the correct answer, but not Austro-Asiatic. Okay, which of the following languages were added to the 8th schedule of Indian Constitution by the 71st Amendment Act of 1992? Konkani, Manipuri, Nepali and Maithili. Maithili, if you remember, was one of the last one. Okay, one of the last one to be added. So 1, 2 and 3 is the correct answer over here. Let's see the last question. Hindi in the Devanagari script is the official language of the Union. Official language, not the national language. Yes, this can be correct. English is recognized as the national language of India. No national languages in India. A state can adopt their own official language in addition to Hindi. Yes, they can. So I guess 1 and 3 is the correct answer. Yes, 1 and 3 is the correct answer. With this, you tell me, guys, what do you think about this tussle between the languages that's happening, and what is the correct solution from your basis? Because I believe we should be talking about the solutions more often than not, rather than discussing the problem again and again. And with this, I also suggest you solution for your preparation. Yes, the mentorship program for UPSC, TSPSC and APPSC students. This is the opportunity for you to get one-on-one live mentorship by Deepika ma'am. You can call on the numbers given below, and this can really be helpful for you in shortening that journey from an aspirant to an administrative officer. So we'll meet again. Till then, take care of yourself.